What's up everybody, Ben Johnston here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I know that a lot of people have been getting ready for the beginning of 2020, and so I decided that I would do a what's in my camera bag, and just kind of go through some of the things that I have in my camera bag and just kind of talk about that. So to begin with, the main camera that I shoot on is my Sony a6300 that actually just got bumped by my newer monitor as I'm staring at it now. But no, I have currently on my Sony a6300 is the 16 to 35 millimeter lens. I also have a battery adapter to that, just makes it a little bit bigger and kind of bulkier in my hands. And then on top I have my Rode Video Micro. It actually is great for pretty much run and gun shooting, which is exactly kind of the style of shooting that I do. Other than that, the other camera that I have is the Panasonic Lumix G85. And it has the Panasonic battery attachment here. Actually, this could be a third-party lens, or third-party battery adapter. But I have this, and I have the good old kit lens that it comes with, which is the 12-60. I use a lot of this out when I go out on the lake for my lake life videos that I actually just released. So I use these a lot because the Panasonic camera is water resistant. So I really like to shoot that. And then it also, big thing is it has a flip LCD screen. I actually just got this back from Panasonic. Some stuff was wrong with it, sent it out, got everything fixed. So now it's back in working order. And then this is my B cam. And I really like this camera a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But I do use it as like a secondary camera when I need to, or if I'm shooting with my Sony mostly. And then along for the Sony, I have my 35 1.8. Actually, this was one of my first lenses that I got by myself. I love it just because it's a prime lens, and I really like prime lenses a lot. Because it has one focal length and it really makes you kind of step out of your bounds instead of with zoom lenses. You can really get into, you know, just getting used to being in zoom and all the time and just getting whatever focal length you need from whatever distance. Other than that, I have my Sigma Prime 16 millimeter f 1.4. I recently just picked this up from my camera store, which is actually just right that way, and I absolutely love it. I've actually started using this for pretty much every single shoot just because it does get down to f 1.4, and it's just kind of nice to have that. Other than that, I have the GoPro Hero 7 Black. This is always in my camera bag just in case I need to just literally just pop it out and then just set it down. I do plan on getting a GoPro Hero 8 at some point, but I'm probably gonna hold off until the GoPro 9 comes out, just because the 7 and the 8 have a lot of similarities to an extent. Don't get me wrong, I know people are gonna say, oh, well, you know, the 8 has this and this. Yes, that is true. There are big differences with the 8, and the media mods is one thing that I'm actually thinking of considering, so that I have a very small kind of vlogging setup as I go around on different shoots and everything. So I have that. The next camera that I have is the Insta360 This is my go-to 360 camera. So all of my 360 photos that you see and everything are shot on this, or with my other business partner's GoPro Fusion. I like the 1X just because it's very easy and it has one memory card, whereas the GoPro Fusion, it makes you require to have two, but I still like some of the pictures that it comes with. Next, I have my DJI Osmo Pocket. I like it just because it gives me a small little gimbal camera, still shoots HD and very nice slow motion with this. And so I just like to have that just to be able to get some real nice kind of smooth cinematic shots as well. Then, as always, as most photographers and videographers, I have my SD and micro SD card holders. So I have one with made by ProMaster that holds both, if this wants to actually go in. So it holds both SD and micro SD, and then I have my other ProMaster that holds pretty much only SD cards for me. I have both of these just in case I need them. you never know when you're gonna need extra memory. Another thing that I have is Polar Pro filters for my Osmo Pocket. And then I also have a Neewer adapter in here, made by Neewer, to make a wide angle lens. So when I'm doing a little bit more slow motion, I can put that wide angle lens onto my Osmo Pocket, because you do get a very big crop into the slow motion. And so sometimes I always don't do it, but even in regular mode, video mode with the wide angle lens, it's nice to have that. Next is I have my WD Passport Wireless Pro. This is 4 terabytes, I believe, of external storage. And so the reason why I like this is I'll literally pop in the SD card, hook it up. If I need to drop cards quickly out in the field, I can do that, and I will be ready instantly without having to carry an external hard drive and a computer. That's pretty much right there. I connect it right to my phone, and I'm all set. Next is for audio. As far as audio goes, I have the Asden Pro XD wireless mic kit, and I haven't had a lot of chance to use it, but I plan on using it soon. I've used these like once or twice now. I really like them a lot, but for some scenarios I don't really have the time to use them, so I just really use that Video Micro. Another thing is I always have wired headphones for this exact reason, because wireless headphones don't always connect to cameras or external audio recorders. So having a good pair of headphones, even just small little iPhone earbuds to just pop in, works perfectly. And then one thing that I do like to have is little compartments. I have this to hold pretty much all of my kind of knickknacks, my audio equipment and everything. So currently I have some DJI Osmo Pocket adapters. I have a GoPro mount screw for my 360 camera, and then actually, as I'm looking at this now, my adapter for my Neewer field monitor, which now I look and feel like an idiot because I've gaff taped it to my tripod. Which brings me to my next point, is every time I leave my place of living, my apartment, I always have a roll of gaff tape for that exact reason. Is I need to hook something up. If I don't have a tripod or something to hook this GoPro up, I literally take a piece of gaff tape, and then I will just wrap this and set it on top here, and then attach it to whatever I possibly need. Another thing that I have is lens spray. So I have my Oakley sunglass lens spray that I use, and it's just lens cleaner. So I usually, every time I use one of my lenses, I'll spray it and then make sure the lens is clean, as well as something that I've just recently picked up and found to be very useful is the lens pen. So it has a nice little kind of micro brush fiber here, and then what else is very nice is I have a little, sorry about that guys, and this, even though I got cut off on the lens pen, it does have a small little brush here so I can wipe off any debris. But the big thing that I was actually just about to talk about is batteries. So my camera actually just cut off during recording of talking about the lens pen. And so that's why I have this little pouch here. I have 2 of these. Holds 4 batteries. Literally I just put my 2 dead batteries in here, and then I actually just put the 2 refreshed ones into the camera. And then I have another one for all my GoPro and Insta360 batteries. And then I have a small little pouch with me that holds all of my cables and charging cables and everything else for my cameras and everything else. Other than that, I have 2 small little LED lights that I'll usually carry with me. This one is made by Aperture, and I actually really like it just because of the size. So literally this thing is the Aperture AL-M9, and this is how tiny the light is, but then as I bump this up, this is how bright it gets. This thing is awesome. But one thing is nice is as I cover this up and then move this, it's still small enough to cover as much light as my big other light. So I usually have that in my camera bag. And it just kind of depends on the shoot that I'm going to be on, that will dictate what gear I bring. So definitely one thing that I try and do is I try and pack as light as possible for the type of shoot that I'm going on. So currently my next shoot that I'll be doing will be February 25th at Old National Center for a music artist. So yeah, I usually try and pack all of my stuff up for what type of shoot I'm going to be doing, whether it's taking my Panasonic out for the lake, you know, and packing accordingly so that I have everything that I need, from adapters to waterproof housings to everything that I have, so that I can make sure that everything's good to go. With that, I hope that it gives you an insight to what camera gear I bring and what's in my camera bag, which also my camera bag is, here we go. This is my camera bag. I absolutely love it. I got it off of Amazon, but I love it. It has a spot up top for my laptop and anything else that I need right here. And then the big thing that I like is it has very comfortable straps, which, you know, all camera people understand that completely. And then inside, if you come from the back, you can put a little iPad or anything else here, or pens and etc. that I just found from my last shoot. Then it has a nice little mesh housing to hold everything in, and then I just put all my camera gear right in here. Pretty nice and neat and organized. But yeah, so that's what's in my camera bag for 2020. And if you have any questions or comments or things that you're concerned about with your gear, please leave a comment below and I'll definitely get to it when I can. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for future coming videos like this and everything else. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.